Cohort 46. Essential question. How does social media affect the mental health of teens today? Teens' future.
Institutions that address teens' mental health. The American Psychological Association. The APA conducts extensive research on various physical issues, including the impact of social media on mental health. They produce reports and guidelines to help understand how social media affects adolescent development, self-esteem, and mental well-being. The Pew Research Center. Pew Research Center is renowned for its data-driven research on technology and its effect on society. They frequently publish studies that examine how social media usage patterns among teens influence their mental health and social behavior. The Center of Humane Technology. This organization focuses on the ethical design and use of technology, including social media. They address how current tech practices impact mental health and advocate for changes to create a healthier digital environment. Their works includes research on how social media design can influence mental health outcomes and efforts to promote more responsible technology development that supports well-being, particularly for vulnerable populations like teenagers.
Mental health statistics. Adolescent teens spending more than 3 hours per day on social media are 27% more likely to experience depressive symptoms and 34% more likely to experience anxiety symptoms. Approximately 15% of high school students have been cyberbullied in the past year, contributing to depression, anxiety, and suicidal thoughts. Teens who use social media have a 30% higher risk of experiencing suicidal thoughts compared to those with less social media use. 40% of teenagers engage in social comparison on social media, leading to feelings of inadequacy and low self-esteem. Teens who are heavily involved in social media are more likely to engage in substance abuse. A study found a 20% higher risk of alcohol and drug use among teens with large social media use. According to a survey, 56% of teens report experiencing the fear of missing out due to social media, which can lead to anxiety and stress over not being included in social activities.
These are more teen mental health statistics that put in perspective how many teens are suffering with mental health disorders. For example, 70 to 80% of children with mental health disorders go without care, and this goes to show how mental health isn't talked about enough in society and that many teens are suffering that we don't know about. And this could lead to very dangerous consequences, as seen in the 50% spike in suspected teen girl suicide attempts in 2021.
A study conducted in 2006 with 1,700 people found 3 times as much people were at risk of depression and anxiety for using most social media platforms. The reasons for this were cyberbullying and a twisted view of others' lives, and the feeling of spending time on social media was a waste. For technology that was designed to bring people closer together, spending more time engaging in social media can make you feel more lonely and isolated. Multiple studies have found a link between heavy social media and an increased risk in depression, anxiety, loneliness, self-harm, and even suicidal thoughts. Social media may promote negative experiences such as lack of thinking about your own life and experience, cyberbullying, overly concentrated on your own desires, depression and anxiety, fear of missing out, and social media addiction and isolation. Social media platforms, while offering unique connectivity and access to information, have also introduced a range of significant problems. These issues include the spread of false information, evasion of privacy, and a negative impact on mental health, raising concerns about their overall societal effect.
How social media worsens teens' mental health. Social media platforms are crafted to engage the brain's reward system, utilizing psychological techniques to enhance their addictiveness. Elements like likes, comments, and followers stimulate the release of dopamine, which is linked to pleasure and reward. This reaction fosters a cycle of satisfaction, prompting users to visit frequently and spend more time on these platforms. Excessive social media usage, especially late at night, can greatly disturb sleep patterns and cause various sleep issues. Using social media before you go to sleep exposes you to blue light from screens, which can hinder melatonin production, the hormone responsible for regulating sleep. This disruption can make it challenging to fall asleep and remain asleep, resulting in poor sleep quality and insufficient rest. A study found that 32% of teenage girls reported that social media had a negative impact on their body image. Exposure to idolized images and unrealistic beauty standards can contribute to lower self-esteem and eating disorders. According to a conducted survey, 43% of teens reported that social media affects their life, with many staying up late to engage with online content. A poor sleep schedule can be associated with worsened emotional/mental health.
This is a quote by Ken Terry that I found while doing research that confirms almost all young people are on social media and use social media, and that 1/3 of these people that use social media are using social media almost all the time. And of course, these has its repercussions. For example, 6.7 million teens in the US face behavioral health conditions. There was a 150% increase in children and teens experiencing depressive episodes, and there was a 32% increase of adolescents that have been clinically diagnosed with anxiety. These just goes to show how social media has an insane tie to teen mental health, and that teen mental health should be talked about more.
These are the links to the websites we used during research.